There's a creator on here that goes by the name of the Older Millennial, and he has been arrested for he had a DUI. He didn't follow the rules of his DUI, and he got arrested again. The problem that I have is the amount of people who don't understand how severe alcoholism is, and everybody that thinks it's just so, oh, I don't like him because I disagree with him. You don't understand the struggle that man's going through in his head every day.
See, no, what you don't understand is why we don't like the older millennial. We don't like the older millennial not because we disagree with him. We don't like him because he's a bad person, which has nothing to do with his alcoholism. Alcoholism is a disease. You say in your video that you're a recovering alcoholic, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but it's a disease. Nobody chooses to be an alcoholic. Nobody chooses not to be an alcoholic. Not really. You're never really not an alcoholic, as you very well know. The older millennial is a bad person who happens to be an alcoholic. You see the distinction I'm making? Those two things are not related, alcoholism and whether or not someone is a good or bad person. Alcoholism is not a choice, but what is a choice is to get on this app and willfully, deliberately misinform the electorate with disinformation for no other reason than to make a buck. It's a grift that he's participating in that we take umbrage with. He gets on this app to deliberately misinform and enrage the MAGA base with disinformation, all for the sake of making money. And that's personal to me because I recognize that we live in a connected society. So if somebody is willfully getting on this app, or any app for that matter, willfully, purposely misinforming the electorate so that when they go into the voting booth, they make poor decisions based on poor information, that affects me and my family. And if someone is willing to hurt people by misinforming them, or hurt others because others were misinformed, or if they're willing to convince people to vote against their own interest because disinformation is what spreads like wildfire on social media and gets the most views and clicks, and they're all doing that purposely just so they can make $1, that's a bad person. And yeah, I don't pity bad people when karma catches up to them.